Yo, what it is, welcome back, ladies and gents. So, today we're going to be taking Blue Marvel and we're going to be putting him through the paces. We're going to be testing this man with all kinds of CTPs and in different game modes and just see exactly kind of where he is in PvE and then in PvP as well. Because we're still in search for that diamond in the rough, right? We're still trying to, we're reaching, we're grabbing for something out of this update. Although Quasar is actually pretty good. We still have to do more testing, but from the last video that I just did, she seems to stack up pretty well. We'll have to see exactly how she performs in ABX. I don't know if she's gonna have any value there. Scarlet Witch does score very, very high, but we won't know until we actually try. And she could be something where you can kind of swap her in for the Awaken skill and then pop Scarlet Witch out. I could totally see that being the case for Universal Hero Female Day, right? But we'll know in short order there. So let's get to this. But let me show you what's going on with Blue Marvel here as of right now. Now he does have 16 Odin's Blessings. 4 of those are Heal Odin's Blessings. I've been leaving one slot open on each gear for all these characters just because I'm not exactly sure which way I want to go. I probably could have left 2 slots open to be quite honest with you. But he has a stage 12 Hawk's Eye, and right now he just has this, it's a crit damage 200 proc. And the thing is with him, like, he doesn't have accumulation. He doesn't have a lot of PvE type, staples with his. I mean, it's like you kind of need accumulation to be really effective in PvE at this point in the game. I mean, can you really think of any character that doesn't have it that is really strong? I can't think of any off the top of my head. I don't know. There might be one or two, but in any case, he's got a lot of PvP stuff, right? As we all know. But he's got, so on his 5th skill, he's got he's got some buffs, right? 40% all attack, 35 defense, and he's got some speed. No crit rate here though, which is unfortunate. He does have a damage proc, right, for 100% for 1 attack on his 4th skill, and then on his 3rd, he's got this mockery effect, which screams PvP. And even more so because it can't be applied in World Boss Legend. You can't apply it there. I think even World Boss Ultimate as well. So, where else are you going to apply this other than PvP game modes, right? But he does get a 10% crit rate buff from here. He has a 25% heal, right? 5% for 5 seconds. And then this mockery effect. Once we get into PvP, I'll explain more about exactly, what this actually does. And then, on 1 and 2, there's really not much going on. On his tier 2 passive, he has penetration, super armor, and then he has skill damage, bonus damage. On his tier 3, he's got 100% ignore dodge, which is very nice. It's only for 6 seconds. It's not for a long time. That's basically just going to last for the duration of the tier 3 skill. And then he has another 100% increased damage for 1 attack, which it's basically just going to be eaten up on the tier 3 skill there. And then as far as his uniform here, what we got going on, we have so he's got more PvP stuff, right? He's got so increased damage dealt to targets with the mockery effect by 30%, and then he has increased damage dealt to targets with remove all debuffs by 30%, and then increase all resistance by 30. It's all PvP stuff, and we're gonna get into more of an explanation of exactly what that is once we get to the PvP portion. But for now, we're gonna run with this obelisk real quick. We're just gonna do a quick run, and then Mighty Energy, and then we're gonna bounce to PvP. So let's get to it. Yo, check it out, guys. Just your neighborhood sneaky bandit popping up in here to tell you that after going through and testing them in some PvE stuff, and I'm not going to spoil the results for you. Definitely worth checking out. We're not gonna go ahead and do the PvP in this video just because of the length. It would just take far too long because I wanna really find out what works best for this guy, and then it's probably gonna be the very next video where we test him with probably 4 different PvP CTPs: Mighty Transcendence, Regen, Greed, and Authority, right? I'm sure everybody wants to know. Probably going to forego the egg. I don't know. He could work with an egg. I think a lot of people actually have eggs on them, but we're going to be doing all that in a separate video. It would just be far too long to fit all that. Just too much to fit all that in one single video. So enjoy your broadcast. Sneaky Bandit out. Godzillanator, you better pull those reins back, boy. All right, so I always do this, right? I always get ahead of myself trying to jump into World Boss Legend. Let me just explain the rotation very quickly here. So we're basically gonna immediately cancel 3, cancel 5 into 4, or you could just do like even 2, 3, 5, 4. I'm not actually sure yet if you really need to hit 2 into the rotation. And then, you know, you could sprinkle in 2 and 1 after the fact if you wanted to. And then, yeah, so you actually won't have the tier 3 up until the 3rd rotation. So 3, cancel 5 into the 4, and then you want to hit 3 and 5 for the buffs, and then 4 you want to cancel immediately into the 6 for the for the proc. And we're going to see if that is something. So this just might be the proc that's actually on the tier 3. I'm not actually sure if that's something that we can transfer over to the tier 3 or not. Actually, let's see if we could transfer to the 5. So, okay, so it seems like we could transfer to the 5. It might be hard. It might be hard. The tier 3 may stick. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so right there, I actually saw both of the procs there on the tier 3, so it might be a thing where it's hit or miss. You might not get it every time, but we're gonna do our best here. So in any case, yes, we're jumping in with this 200 proc here, and that's basically all it is. His crit rate will be capped once that buff from the 3 skill is actually it, because you get 10% there. So let's get to it. All right, so I actually dropped it down to 20 just because it was taking him too long, and you know, his power level just doesn't seem to be there, at least with the obelisk here. Hopefully, maybe putting the energy on him with the chain hit might actually do some wonders for him. I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out, but you know, I just don't think the testing needs to take that long. For characters that are stronger, like, sure, yeah, you actually would want to go to a higher stage just because it's just gonna work out to be better testing in that scenario. Okay, nice. We triggered his phase before 30 seconds. Is that saying something? So I don't know. At this point with this proc here, he doesn't seem to really have it. One thing I'm still considering is what character to actually test him against. Maybe Ghost Rider or Torch, perhaps. I mean, Ghost Rider is really the only other universal tier 3 that would, you know, really constitute as like a good character to test him against. Man, this is still taking him far too long. How far down do I need to drop? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop it there. It just doesn't. I don't know if it's really worth it going any further. Let's put the mighty energy on him and see, you know, if it really speeds up his time. We'll mark it at 45 bars, right? To halfway, he was at 344. So assuming that you could just more or less double that, and that's pretty much going to be his time. So like 1 minute and 15 seconds. So 2.5 minutes on stage 20. And then we'll compare him against, yeah, Ghost Rider or Torch, one or the other, and we'll see exactly what's going on there. But for now, let's swap that energy. Oh man, it's actually going to be tough to get rid of this. Poison resist is useless, but crit damage 200 proc, not too shabby. But in any case, this is the energy we're going to be putting on him. It's an energy with beatdown. So let's just go ahead, destroy this bad boy, and yikes. Okay. Now, back in the world boss here, back to the same stage, 20, and let's see what this man's got. Alrighty, popping back in here because we're having some issues with the proc. It just seems to be going off on the wrong skill. Seems to be going off on his tier 3 rotation. Okay, we might have missed the proc on that very first rotation. Possibly. Okay, we definitely got it here, though. Okay, yep. So that seemed to be the biggest issue, was proccing on his tier 3. You really have to, slam on those buttons there in order to get it right. I don't know. It just wanted to come early every single time. Okay, I'm actually glad the beatdown did not go off there, because you just have to wait so long in between rotations. Okay, we got it. Definitely got that. Okay. Not too bad. So he's definitely sped up quite a bit. Like I said, we're going to use that beatdown every other rotation here. It's almost like you don't want the beatdown to go off on the rotation right before the tier 3. So this rotation here, otherwise I got to wait longer. And it's like you want the biggest bang, right, on his tier 3. So, you know, you're kind of waiting an extra second there. See, I don't think we got it there. I don't think we got it there. But honestly, I could not cancel the skill any faster. Jesus, we're just getting crowd controlled like a mofo over here. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm not gonna bother running this anymore. It just, yeah. See, we're having issues with proc there. Okay, we definitely got it here if the proc actually go off. Okay, nice. I mean, there's okay damage. He just, I don't know, guys. I don't know what to tell you. He's not that strong for PvE. He just isn't. I mean, look how long this is taking him. I'll show you how. Oh my god, we didn't even get a proc there. So he just seems very troublesome to play with a proc. I'm not going to wait for the beatdown. We should have him down here anyways. Yeah. So, okay, my conclusion here, because I ran that a bunch of times, and the proc just kept on either basically doing the same thing as it was doing right here. Either activating early on a skill you don't want it to, because, I don't know, the tier 3 is kind of sticking, or just activating very late. And his animation on 4, it's not that long, right? And you know, you're only getting the effect from 5. Like, compared to Quasar, you cancel 2, 3, 4 into 5. And you could even cancel 5 if you wanted to. But you're kind of, it's really risky there. But my point is that there's so many hits on her skills. There's not that many hits on this guy's skills. And the animation is so short that, you know, probably playing him with a rage might be better, but I can't put faith in bringing a character in here with a rage. I just, from everything that I've done, all the testing I've done, it's just no good. It's no good just because of the amount of Pierce I have on cards. So if you're like a newer account or just don't have a lot of Pierce, then sure, maybe you could throw a rage on him. But in any case, he's not doing it for PvE. And I'm gonna show you just real quick. Here, we'll bring same team here. I'll just swap him out, and I'll put Torch in here. And this is what we're gonna do. And I'll show you how quickly Torch can get through this. So it was at 2:51. It took him 2 minutes and 10 seconds to do that. So here, we'll run Torch, and oh, I meant to cancel 5 a little bit early, or yeah, a little bit earlier, but I just couldn't. Okay, so we're gonna get trapped up here unless I can get away. No, can't get away. Okay, so I'm even. This is starting out very bad for this man, and really no proc. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of damage on his off awaken rotation. There just isn't. But on his awaken rotation, he hits like a truck. He hits like a truck, man. Okay, we gotta wait for this now. Please don't activate the proc. I mean, that tornado is just so damn long. Okay. I mean, we're just about there. He's going to get this done in a minute. That's basically what it looks like there. 1 minute. 1 minute for him, 2 minutes and 10 seconds for Blue Marvel. And they have similar builds. Like here, I'll show you Torch's build, I'll show you Blue Marvel's build real quick, and then we're going to jump into some PvP. I already showed you his build, right? Fully Awakened Ice Weight set. So basically, Torch has he's got 12 Wounds Blessings, and then so I'd say, you know, Blue Marvel's missing like maybe 4 Wounds Blessings or just 4 energy attack Uru is basically it. But and he's got a mighty Judgment. It's actually rolled pretty nice. And as we know, I showed you, he has a mighty energy there. So PvE, no bueno there. So let's see how he stacks up next to Sentry into some PvP content. All right, so you know what? I'm going to save that for another video. I think just separating the two, because it's just going to run the video way too long, because what I want to do is I want to test this man with I want to see how he performs with the greed. I want to see how he performs with, I said I was going to put this mighty transcendence on him, right? I think a lot of players probably actually want to see that, because you might not have a whole lot of CTPs to actually choose from at this point. And even authority. I think I'm going to forego the egg probably, but we'll do authority, transcendence, regen, and then greed. But I think that needs its own separate video. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to re-record the intro and all that stuff. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have the sneaky bandit pop up in here and explain that probably after the intro there. So what we can do then in that case, if we're not going to jump into any more PvP, or if we're not going to jump into any PvP at all, what I'll do is let me swap this man out and let's run Ghost Rider, right? Because they're same class and they just kind of fit the same requirements there, and we're going to use basically the same exact team, and their builds are still similar. Ghost Rider does have a very good build. His build's maybe a little bit more, but it's not super far off. Okay. All right, boom. Let's get to this. Okay, we kind of have to. We got to back up here. Back it up, man. Back it up. Okay, we don't want to get hit by those things. And I mean, you have a couple options here. We got the proc going on. Whoops, I didn't cancel the tier 3 as soon as I should have, but it's okay. We got him down right here. Okay, so he's a little bit faster than Torch even. But thing is, Torch has more opportunities for support lead, right? Got Mr. Fantastic and Thing if you have both those characters. So that kind of puts Torch a little bit above Ghost Rider in that scenario, but I think Ghost Rider alone, by himself, is a little bit stronger for World Boss Legend, and he's way stronger than Blue Marvel. Way stronger, as you saw, right? So he doesn't have it for PvE, guys. Does not have it for PvE. And like I said, I'm going to test the PvP stuff in a separate video. It would run this video probably like 35 minutes or somewhere around there. And I'm not into 35, 40-minute videos anymore. So I think we're going to end it there. And what I'll do is I'll get to work on that video pretty much right away. I'll have them come out, basically back to back. I know a lot of people are actually asking to see this guy with an energy here. So there you have it, guys. I'm not even going to bother testing him with the Rage, right? I tested him with the Obelisk, so you could see kind of on both terms. It really, the energy didn't really speed him up all that much. It would have been, I know I didn't go do the full run, but he was at like what, 2 or a minute and 15 seconds. It probably sped him up like 20 seconds, changing from the Obelisk to the energy there. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to end it there. Hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, because I got more stuff coming. And stay breezy out there, but most of all, friend, you stay safe now. Peace.